Once upon a sunny, happy morning, in a backyard filled with flowers and laughter, lived a little girl named Lily. Lily had curly brown hair that bounced when she giggled, bright red socks that loved to dance, and a sunny yellow dress, just like her mood. And today was an extra special day. She had a brand new friend, a shiny red heart-shaped balloon. "I will call you Buzzy Jr.," she declared to the balloon, which bobbed happily in the breeze as if to say hello. Lily and Buzzy Jr. were the best of friends. They danced together under the big blue sky, twirling and swirling until they were both dizzy with joy. Lily's laughter was like music, and the little playbugs, Buzzy the bee and Dot the ladybug, floated nearby, smiling at her happiness. "Whee!" Lily shouted as she jumped on her trampoline. Higher and higher she went, reaching for the clouds with Buzzy Jr. floating right above her head. It felt like they could fly forever. Bounce, bounce, bounce! Lily laughed so hard her cheeks hurt. She imagined they were on a grand adventure, exploring the sky together. "We're the best team, Buzzy Jr.," she giggled, pointing at a fluffy white cloud that looked just like a sheep. But on one extra high jump, a sudden gust of wind caught the balloon's string. The little red string snagged on the pointy tip of a tree branch. For a moment, Buzzy Jr. was stuck. Lily stopped jumping. "Oh no," she whispered. Before she could do anything, with a tiny little snap, the string broke free. And Buzzy Jr. was free too. It began to float up, and up, and up. Lily reached her hand out as if she could pull it back down from the air, but Buzzy Jr. was already too high. It drifted past the top of the tree, growing smaller and smaller against the vast blue canvas of the sky. Lily watched, her big, curious eyes wide with disbelief. Her best friend was leaving. She stood frozen on the grass, her hands dropped to her sides. The world suddenly felt very quiet. The happy dancing stopped. The giggles were gone. A single shimmering tear rolled down her cheek, then another. Her heart felt as heavy as a stone. Her little friend, her Buzzy Jr., was gone forever. Just then, a warm, gentle hand rested on her shoulder. It was Mama. She knelt down beside Lily, her eyes full of kindness. "Oh, my sweet Lily," she said softly. "It's okay to feel sad when you lose something you love." Lily looked up at her mama, her lip trembling. "But he's gone," she whispered. Mama pulled Lily into a soft, warm hug. "I know," she said, her voice a comforting hum. "Let's wave goodbye together." So they both raised their hands and waved to the tiny red dot in the sky. "Bye-bye, Buzzy Jr.," Mama said gently. Lily sniffled and waved her little hand. "Bye, Buzzy Jr.," she whispered. They watched until the balloon was just a memory in the blue. Mama looked into Lily's sad eyes and said something very important. "Love doesn't need strings to hold on, sweetheart. You loved Buzzy Jr., and that feeling stays right here," she said, tapping Lily's chest gently, right over her heart. "It doesn't fly away. It stays with you, always." Lily thought about that. Love without strings. It was a big idea. She hugged her mama tightly, feeling a little bit of the sunshine come back into her world. That night, as the moon cast a silvery glow into her room, Lily couldn't sleep. She was still thinking about Buzzy Jr. She climbed out of bed, found her crayons, and started to draw. She drew the big, dark night sky, full of twinkling stars. Then, right in the middle, she drew a familiar shape. A bright red, heart-shaped balloon floating among the constellations. It looked like a new star, the Buzzy Jr. star. As she finished her drawing, a magical little thought seemed to sparkle in her mind, like a message from the stars themselves. "No, Lily, but I love you." And she knew, deep in her heart, that even though Buzzy Jr. was gone, the love was still there, and it always would be.